Atlanta Braves have battled through bad weather. A 19-inning game that ended with a controversial call. And a second straight extra inning game that the Braves won thanks to the heroics of David Ross. Tonight, these two teams wrap up this 4-game series, and who knows what might happen. So sit back and enjoy the ride. It's the Pirates and the Braves right now. It's time for Braves baseball from hot Atlanta. Yes, another steamy night at Turner Field as the Braves and Pittsburgh Pirates wrap up their season series with the 4th and final game tonight here at home. All year long, Braves baseball presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff, the low price. You know, there's no rule that says you can't win a game at 8.5 innings. Let's see if the Braves can do that in Game 4 tonight. Two very exciting games back-to-back for the Braves and Pirates. And tonight, Derek Lowe takes the ball for Atlanta, trying to extend the win streak to 3.
Well, neither pitcher that's going tonight, Chip, has really distinguished themselves in recent days. Kevin Correa is pitching for the Pirates, and while he's got 11 wins and looking for 12 tonight, recent days have been really bad for him, including one of his worst starts of the year, his last start against the Cardinals. Now, for Derek Lowe, likewise, his last 2 or 3 starts have been a little suspect, and who knows what might happen after his last start in Cincinnati. He only gave up 1 hit and no runs his first 5 innings, and then didn't record an out in the 6th. Let's hope it's more like the first 5 that he worked in Cincinnati when he works tonight.
And you know, when Derek Lowe is on, he gets a lot of ground balls, and that plays right into the hands of the Braves, who defensively last night looked terrific.
He can only hope that the defense behind him tonight is as good as it was last night, starting with this outstanding play by Martin PRADO to gun down a runner at the plate. Outstanding fundamentals there. David Ross had a brilliant night, not just with the bat driving in a couple of runs, but throwing out 2 base stealers, too. He's done that several times in his career, but he was brilliant behind the plate, as well as I said with the stick. And how about this sharp play? A heads-up drop to allow a double play to be turned on a bunt attempt by the Pirates. So tonight, for Derek, he'll take some more of that defense, and maybe it'll lead to a win.
And again, hopefully, in a brisk time of game. It's been a crazy week for the Atlanta Braves since coming back from our last road trip. We'll talk about the last 96 hours for Freddie Gonzalez and his Bravos when we return right after this. Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you in part by Academy Sports and Outdoors, by AT by KFC, and by Hyundai. Things in Atlanta at Turner Field are trending in the right direction as we get you set for the final game of this series between the Braves and the Pirates. And things are indeed trending the right way. 19 innings of baseball a couple of nights ago, only 10 innings last night. And the most important trend, Joe, is 2 straight wins despite an incredible 96-hour run.
This has been really kind of like you hear about it in the Marines or in the Navy. You might hear about Hell Week. This is kind of baseball's version of Hell Week. And we're not even into the dog days yet of August. But here's what happened. They had the late game, ESPN game Sunday night, and got home about 3 a.m. on Monday, the day after. Monday, 2-hour rain delay. 3:15, 3:17 game. Everybody got home the next day. Tuesday, 19 innings, longest game in Turner Field history. Nobody got home before 3 o'clock the next day. Yesterday, 10 innings. Okay, 10 innings. Hey, woohoo, that's time for a party. 3 hours and 14 minutes. And for the first time in days, the team actually got home on the same day they started a ball game. It's a tired bunch, but they got a chance tonight to make it 3 out of 4 over the Pirates.
Really a resilient Braves ball club. I think you'd have to agree.
They are, and always pulling together, and a couple of different guys in the lineup tonight, too, to give some other guys some rest.
Derek Lowe's the man on the mound for the Braves. Kevin Correa's pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Braves trying to win their 3rd in a row and take 3 out of 4 from the battling Buccos. Stay tuned. Lineups for Game 4 coming up after this commercial message. From coming. And with the Raleigh Foundation and Brian McCann, one of their great spokesmen, trying to win the fight against childhood cancer.
Yeah, it's just real touching and a great way to inspire the beginning of tonight's game.
Derek Lowe gets the ball for the Braves and misses with his first pitch of the night.
Well, you got to like his numbers against the Pirates in his career. 10-0 with a 2.65 ERA.
And as we mentioned, ground balls a good sign early and often for Derek Lowe. Xavier Paul at the top of the Pirates' Suzuki starting lineup. Braves have held him in check, as well as Andrew McCutchen, this very talented Pittsburgh center fielder, just 1 for 19 at the plate against Atlanta this year.
Derek beat the Pirates 3 times last year with a 2.0 ERA. This is his first appearance this year against them. Pedro Martinez at one point in his career 12-0 against the Mariners. The only guy that's really comparable against in recent times against one team and dominance like that.
So he faces Garrett Jones, the Pittsburgh right fielder. Jones has a home run in this series. That came last night in inning number 6. I mentioned during this series about Garrett Jones being a 14th round draft pick by the Braves several years back. He spent 3 years in rookie ball and was running out of eligibility time to play in rookie ball, and never really was afforded a chance to play above that first year level. And I asked Garrett about that before the game, and he said the Braves had Adam LaRoche and they had Scott Thorman in the system. There was really no place for me to go. He asked for his release. It was granted. No bitter feelings. He made his way to the Minnesota Twins organization and now to the big leagues with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Popped a home run last night to deep right center.
And Lowe fooled him. Jones tried to check his swing and is the second out.
For Derek, again, the last start in Cincinnati was one of those that was kind of befuddling. You go 5 innings against a very good hitting team, the Reds, and give up only 1 hit and no runs, and then in the 6th inning, you don't record an out and wind up taking the loss as the Reds went on to win that game 11-2. And he was charged with 4 runs by the time he was out of the game.
McCutchen, a quick strike. And Iasonia, by the way, marks out the ball and strike calls for game 4 tonight.
And a flip-flop in the Pirates order with these 2 guys, Walker and McCutchen.
Dale Scott will be the first base umpire. Jerry Meals, a center of attention, as we all know. That's all by the bridge. And C.B. Buckner had a real good game behind the plate. He mans third base.
Yeah, one of the best games I've seen him umpire. He was really good last night.
Andrew McCutchen out of Fort Meade, Florida. Grew up a big Braves fan. And he skies one into shallow right. And a blue pit with 2 outs brings up Neil Walker.
Dan was the only one that really had a shot at that, and just out of his reach.
Put it in perspective, Andrew McCutchen was 5 years old when the Braves began their run of division championships back in 1991. Here's Neil Walker, Pittsburgh native, having a great July.
.353 in the month of July. I'd take that if I were any player. Had 5 hits in this series in the first 3 games, although it's really 4 games worth.
Think that'll fly with the bosses?
Probably not.
No balls and a strike. And across It's the shoot tops of Neil Walker to even the count. Line drive to right field with 2 outs. And the Pirates threaten with Pedro Alvarez coming up. Back-to-back singles.
6th hit of the series for Walker, and another good swing, good hands. That was interesting. It looked like he had his shin guard on under his pant leg. Raised his pant leg up, took the shin guard off, and then pulled his pant leg down. Something new and different.
Does that bother you as much as sunglasses on top of the bill of a cap?
No. That's all style points. Sunglasses are good too, as long as you put them on when you need them.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Ball 2 outside to Alvarez. This kid was having a real good run at AAA for the Pirates. It's no secret the Pirates have been looking for offense. Not even making a trade, they bring this kid up from AAA. Where he was hitting .365. In fact, with the big club for the first time since mid-May.
He wishes he had a shin guard on inside his pants there.
Down the left field line. That's slicing away from Eric Hinsky, and he'll have no play. So Lowe battles back to an even count of 2-2.
Good crowd here tonight. Chipper Jones bobblehead night.
Yeah, the first 20,000 fans got the bobblehead, and they got here early to make sure they weren't fan number 20,001 or 2. Pitch 22 from Lowe. Missed the inside corner, and the count full. So McCutchen with great speed, Walker with decent speed will get a head start with 2 outs.
Neither team's torn it up with runners in scoring position in this series. The Pirates 4 for 29.
Braves have fallen behind early a lot in the last week plus. Pittsburgh, 17 runs scored in their last 7 games. Foul past first.
This is taking a lot of work for Derek to get that 3rd out. I think it only took him 8 pitches to get the first 2 outs. Struck out Jones on a full count and got Paul on the 2nd pitch of the game on the ground out.
But he finally subdues Alvarez, and the Pirates 4 for 30 with runners in scoring position in the series. Lowe strands a pair, a heavy workload in the top of a scoreless first. Trying to win their third game in a row and finish up the season series with the Pirates at 5-1. And a tough hombre greets him in right-hander Kevin Correa.
Correa is 30 years old, 6'3", 200 pounds, out of San Diego. Has more road wins, 9 of them, than anybody in baseball, and a great ERA. Odd to see that kind of drastic split between home and road, but he's been good away from PNC Park.
Nate McLeod leads things off for the Braves and falls behind with a foul ball. It's 0-1.
That foul ball landed at the feet of a family of 4 that had just walked in. They hadn't even sat down yet. They were just walking into their seats in their row, and the ball landed right at their feet. That's good timing.
Those fans are from Alpharetta, you know.
You know, they probably are.
Two balls and 1 strike. Correa was a free agent signee by the Pittsburgh Pirates. 110, lost 10 last year with San Diego. Had a high ERA despite pitching a lot of games in the home park of the Padres. Which, as we know, Petco is a pitcher's paradise, is it not?
It is to me. Those dimensions.
McLeod pulls it foul and the count full.
And a comparison for Kevin Correa this year and last, as Chip said, 10 wins with the Padres, better ERA so far this year. And he's going to cut down on his walks. He beat the Braves once last year in a blowout in a game the Padres won 17-2. He pitched into the 6th inning.
McLeod walks to start the game for the Braves, and he'll try to kickstart the Suzuki starting lineup, which has Prado and a red-hot Freddie Freeman and Dan Uggla following in the 3 and 4 spots. Eric Kinski the start in left, Hayward, Gonzalez, and Lowe the bottom 3. Try not to talk about that particular game at Petco Park, you know.
Yeah, there were a lot of records set that day.
Here's Prado. Martin a .270 average with 10 homers. A 2-hit game for Prado last night. Doubled in the first inning. Tried to stretch that into a triple. And was thrown out by Xavier Paul. He singled and scored the first run for Atlanta in the 6th.
Here's a weird one for you. On a 3-game series, he hasn't even had an official at bat in the 4th game yet. He's got 19 at bats in this series in 3 games. 3 for 19. Number 19 sticks out.
Hit and run on. Ball driven to left. And Paul will make the catch. And McLeod retreats to first with 1 out. A red-hot Freddie Freeman, the subject of our Sunshine House leaderboard.
Not a bad month of June and July. Months of June and July for Freddie. First in all those categories. And if you like reading about Braves players, I suggest you go to ESPN.com and read Tim Kirkchen's excellent article on Freddie Freeman.
And it's a 12-game streak for Freeman. McLeod makes the turn. He'll be at third. They're at the corners with 1 out.
I like reading about him and I like watching him. Guy could just flat out hit. Nice compact swing, pulls one through the hole. You know, the original hitting fool is over there in a Pirates uniform, Matt Diaz, but That moniker may be moving to a current Brave.
And you might have a tough choice between the man at first and the man in the batter's box. All of a sudden, Dan Uggla blistering hot. He's got an 18-game streak working. That too a career high. And in a series in which 5 games have been decided by a grand total of 8 runs, and you've said it a couple of times, the first run usually the biggest run for both these clubs. Let's see if Dan can drive it home with 1 out.
Be kind of a novelty, at least in recent games, to get that first run on the board. Hasn't happened too much lately. There's the hitting fool, Matt Diaz.
Popped up. Walker drifts out in the shade and makes the play. Dan can't bring home McLouth. That's the second out of the first inning. Braves now 5 for 38 themselves with runners in scoring position in this series. And here's Hinske.
Braves do want to win this third game in this series, make it 3 out of 4 over the Pirates. There's a number that's got to change. Both teams, as I said, not doing worth a flip on the hitting with runners in scoring position. Braves now 5 for 38. They're getting tons of opportunities. Just need one big hit to get them going.
Hear the great audio work from our audio engineer Jim Budka. Not only is Iasonia barking out the ball or strike call, you can hear him say where the pitch was. Love that.
July 17th, the last time the Braves scored a first inning run. That was the last home game in the stand right after the break against Washington when they blew the Nats out.
Swing, driven, right field deep. Jones back, turned the wrong way, and it's into the bullpen, a double. That cost the Braves a run, but they do score first. RBI number 499 in Hinske's career.
This ball really jumped off his bat. Got one belt high, and unfortunately for him, it bounced out of the ballpark, or Freeman would have scored from first. Garrett Jones got turned around about 3 times on that one. There's a big hit, and it comes with 2 outs.
And David Ross, the hitting hero last night, drove in both Braves runs, a chance to add to the lead.
Looked over his right shoulder, looked over his left shoulder. There it is.
Into right. And Jones tracks that one down to retire the side. Nate McLouth led the game off with a walk and comes home on a Hinske double. And just like that, the Braves have an early lead. Baseball is brought to you in part by Blimpie, by the Home Depot, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by Georgia Power. An early lead for Derek Lowe. And he'll face Lyle Overbay to start the Pirates' second inning.
Sinker. Derek's had 8 starts at home, but only 3 decisions. He's 2-1.
Three balls, 2 strikes. He loses Overbay. Leadoff walk in the Pirates' second, first of the night for Derek Lowe. Delta Airlines is a proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. We'll be off on the Delta charter after the game Sunday with the Marlins in town.
See on the scoreboard there that the Padres cooled off the Diamondbacks a little bit too. Beat them today 4-3.
That helps. Arizona hot on the heels of the Braves in the wild card race. They started play today 3.5 behind Atlanta for the 4th playoff spot in the league. They're 4 back pending the outcome of tonight's Braves and Pirates affair. Ronnie Cedeno, a couple of homers, 25 knocked in. Cedeno broke in with the Cubs in 2005, played parts of 4 years there, then went to Seattle in 2009. Then the Pirates got him. This is his second full season with the Bucks. He was part of the deal that sent Jack Wilson and Ian Snell to Seattle.
Interesting selection there on the hit and run. Or if it was not the hit and run, to have Overbay running on a 1-2 count. Cedeno's hit the ball pretty nicely to right field. He's got a big hole to work with too.
Overbay doesn't run on the next pitch. Back-to-back full counts from Lowe in the second.
And got ahead of Cedeno.
In the air toward right. Jason on the run. Tracks it down. Dan Uglo with an appreciative point to Jason Hayward, who takes away a hit bid by Ronnie Cedeno.
Some more good defense for Atlanta. This ball really jumped off the bat of Cedeno, and Jason, with good reactions, tracks it down. Cedeno again with a good swing to the opposite field.
One on, one out for Mike McHenry. This guy has had a good series. Here's an amazing stat for you. The Pittsburgh Pirates this year have used not one, not two, but 7 different catchers this year. And that one caught David Ross. No balls, 2 strikes.
That looked like that caught that thin piece of padding on the inside of his shin guard. It kind of drapes down over the ankle bone, but there's very little padding there. Catchers sit with their feet fanned out for better balance and to help them get into a better position to throw. And when that happens, it kind of exposes the inside of their foot and ankle.
Good try by Lowe. 1-2.
David's foot still barking too. He's trying to get some feeling back in it.
Beg your pardon. A couple of nights ago, wasn't it McHenry that had a 12-15 pitch at bat?
It was, yeah.
He's trying to do the same thing here.
Had his manager clapping for him.
That's right. He's going to clap some more as he rips a shot in the right center field gap. McLeod cuts it off. Heading toward third is Overbay. He'll stop there. McHenry doubles. And the Pirates in business with the pitcher coming up and 1 out.
Wanted it in, and it cut across the middle of the plate and ahead in the count. That's just a bad mistake. And McHenry continues his good hitting in this series. A double now to go with his home run. That's 5 hits, and he didn't play last night.
So here's Kevin Correa, the pitcher. 3 hits in 38 tries this year, but he does have 2 runs batted in. Braves lead by 1. Pirates threatening.
Three hits, 2 of them are doubles.
Lined left field a hit. Overbay scores. McHenry stops at third. Correa singles on an 0-2 pitch and ties the game 1-1.
Really inexcusable here for a veteran pitcher to make, and that's the same pitch that pretty much that McHenry hit. A real flat pitch that just kind of slides across the middle of the plate. To a pitcher 0-2. We'll be thinking about that one for a while. Low.
But don't think too long, because Xavier Paul will make you pay. Keep in mind too, both the Braves and Pirates bullpens are real tired.
Braves got some help today. They made a roster move. They sent Wilkin Ramirez back to Gwinnett. Called up Anthony Bavaro, who had a 2.66 ERA at Gwinnett.
Back to the mound. Low nearly threw that away, but Gonzalez, reaching across his body, starts the double play. 1-6-3 twin killing ends the Pittsburgh second. But the Pirates cash in a leadoff walk and a hit from their pitcher to tie up this game.
Brought to you by Jameson Inn, ranked #1 in customer satisfaction nationwide for 6 straight years. Experience all the comfort and amenities you expect at an unexpectedly low price. Jameson Inn. Live large, pay less.
Beautiful night at Turner Field. The Pirates have tied the game at a run apiece. In Atlanta's second inning, Jason Hayward, Alex Gonzalez, and Derek Lowe are coming up against Kevin Correa. Jason sports a .222 batting average. And that'll improve. That one tries to split the gap. Look at him busted out of the box. And McCutchen hustles to hold him to a long single.
I'd have gotten thrown out because I thought he had a double. And it looked like the way he hit the bag, he was going to go for 2. And a good thing he didn't. Got a fastball on the outer part of the plate and hit it just out of the reach of Walker. But what a play by McCutchen. First of all, cut it off and then do a 360 turn and put a throw right on the bag.
I'd pay money to watch that kid play center field for the Pirates.
Yep, he's a good player.
And here's Alex. Braves shortstop had 2 hits last night. A good sign for his offensive work.
Here's that play by McCutchen. He knows he's got to cut it off, but then not in a real good position to throw, but he whirls, fires blindly, and right there. Good stuff.
Diving catch it short by Cedeno. Good play. And look at Alex looking out at Cedeno in disbelief. He thought he had a hit up the middle.
I'm sure Alex has never robbed Ronnie Cedeno of a hit. So
it's really kind of rude when a guest comes to your house and does something like that, right? Derek Lowe's got a hit streak working. Braves will take the bat out of his hands. He'll sacrifice. And Hayward to second with 2 outs.
Garrett's hit in 4 straight starts, 6 for 16 with 4 doubles over that stretch.
Clouth now with a chance to score a 2-out hit. In the air, shallow center. Cedeno out. Collision. Did he hang on? I believe so, and Xavier Paul took the brunt of that collision. In no man's land, Paul got clobbered by Cedeno, who held on to take away a hit try from Nate McLouth.
Couldn't tell if he got hit in the head there with the elbow of Cedeno or if he just came to such a fast stop. But what a catch by Ronnie.
Paul kind of wishes Ronnie Cedeno hadn't run into him a moment ago.
It looks like on this slow motion that maybe he got hit in the ribs and maybe it knocked the wind out of him. But right there with the hip of Ronnie Cedeno, he took a pretty good shot in the side. A bit of whiplash.
Second time through the order now for Pittsburgh: Jones, McCutchen, and Walker. Pittsburgh
scored in the second. The leadoff walk to Overbay. He came home on a Correa single on an 0-2 pitch. Braves scored a first inning run. Eric Hinsky doubled on one hop to right. That brought home Nate McLeod. Would have scored Freddie Freeman, but the ground rule double put Freddie back at third. David Ross flied out to end the inning.
Braves lead this season series 4-1, but 3 of the 4 wins have come in extra innings. Last 2 in a row, and 1 in Pittsburgh in 11 innings. Brooks Conrad won with a home run.
Braves have played a 10-inning game, an 11-inning game, and a 19-inning game against Pittsburgh, and 20 extra inning games all year. Full count. And Derek hasn't gotten that inside corner tonight, and he issues his second walk. Join us for the Braves Hall of Fame luncheon at the Omni Hotel Friday, August 12th, as we induct legendary Braves manager Bobby Cox into the Braves Hall of Fame. Reserve your tickets today for this historic event and have lunch with current and former Braves players. Call 404-614-2310 today.
Braves only had 14 extra inning games all last season. Last night was their 20th, did you say?
McCutchen singled his first time up. Corner that time, and on 3 pitches, McCutchen strikes out.
+41 innings in extras. Whew, that's a lot. It's a lot of extra innings for pitchers.
So that means we've worked an extra 4 games.
Now you're talking. I see where you're going with this.
I think that'll work.
Overtime.
Walker. He had a 2-out hit first time up.
And last night marked the 5th time that the Braves have had back-to-back extra inning games.
Well, that puts pressure on your starting staff, puts pressure on your bullpen. But the Braves bullpen can't pitch any better than they have in this series. Absolutely remarkable work for the men in relief.
Young man Anthony Barbaro that was called up today was acquired by the Braves on waivers during the offseason from Seattle. He pitched at 3 different levels last year. And again, a good ERA at Gwinnett, 2.66.
Walker didn't like that call. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's see. Looked a little wide. Generous call. Just watching Martin Prado, who's playing third base tonight, come in to back up that throw from first. Make sure he's there in case there's a bad toss from Freddie back to the mound. I'm wondering something about Martin.
Center field and played on a hop. Walker is 2 for 2.
Martin's been alternating almost every other night between left field and third base. I wonder if he gets to short and waits for directions from Alex. Keep going or make a left turn.
Eric Lowe made a big pitch in this game in the first matchup with Alvarez. Struck him out and stranded 2 Pirates. He's got 2 more aboard in the third. In fact, Lowe's had runners all over the place tonight. But still a 1-1 game.
How you liking Walker? Pretty snazzy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Both sides of the plate. We've been singing his praises this whole series, but a chance for Braves fans around the Southeast to get a chance to see him over a 4-day stretch. Get to know him.
Yes. Rightfully, as we've talked about how great it's been to see homegrown Braves, local kids playing for this Atlanta club. Walker is a Pittsburgh native. Idolized Roberto Clemente. His dad played professional baseball. He's a big Clemente fan too. And for him now to be part of this Pirate resurgence, went to high school there, drafted by the Pirates, and now starring for them. It's a great story.
How about the fact that he's in really his third position now at second base, and they have no less than Bill Mazeroski working with him at second base.
Toward first. And Freeman will take the sure out. That retires Alvarez. Runners move up to second and third for Overbay. Lyle Walkden scored his first time up.
Somewhere over the rainbow for Overbay as he comes to the plate.
Pirates 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position so far tonight. And Derek ahead quickly. No balls, 2 strikes.
When they've had runners on, especially in scoring position, he's made his best pitches with one exception, and that was the big 0-2 mistake to the pitcher. Boy, a pitcher's been doing the Braves dirty here lately.
Again to first. Freddie's got it. And Lowe is out of third inning trouble. Game tied 1-1. We head to the home half. Prado, Freeman, and Dan Uggla coming up. Chip Carey, the rest of our Fox Sports / Peachtree Emmy Award-winning crew. And here is tonight's McDonald's fan of the game.
El Rojo. You got the red Brohawk working.
Love to see the kids get into the game. That youngster enjoying this one tonight. As PRADO singles on the first pitch.
Martin hasn't had a bad series. He hasn't had a Martin PRADO type series either. And I think it's because, again, he's coming back from that disabled list, that long stint for his staph infection. His timing is still a little off. He's getting some multi-hit games, granted, but not hitting the ball like we're accustomed to seeing. And that swing, getting jammed, breaking his bat, and still getting a base hit, might be a real good sign for him. Staying on the ball a little longer, using his hands more.
It's a humid night, and rain begins to fall.
Who's that coming from?
Just a little liquid sunshine. One big cloud off to the right side of the stadium. Just getting everybody ready for the Marlins series. This is Florida type weather. Two red-hot hitters batting back-to-back.
Our Delta on deck hitter is Dan Ugla, currently riding an 18-game hitting streak. Popped up his first time up tonight with 6 homers, 12 RBIs during the streak.
Big balls and a strike.
Flip Feinberg, our crack meteorologist in the truck, says this will just be a little cooling off shower. Be gone in a couple of minutes.
Or as our dearly departed friend Dave Niehaus used to say, it's a PS, you know, passing shower. 3-1 count. Now full.
One of the things that his teammates were praising Freddie Freeman about at age 21 in that article written by Tim Kirchen on ESPN.com was the adjustments he makes so rapidly for a young player.
There goes, and he protects Martin PRADO, who will head back to first. What adjustments have you noticed from Freeman?
Well, early in the season, he was trying to pull everything. He's admitted, I was trying to do too much, trying to hit balls in the ballpark, trying to impress everybody, and that's just not the way I hit, is the way Freddie put it. So he got a little taller, stayed over the plate a little better, and he's waiting a little longer and trying to go gap to gap.
Strikeout. McHenry's throw right on the money. A strike him out, throw him out double play clears the bases for Dan Ugla, and now there are 2 down.
I really wouldn't have thought that the first strikeout for Correa would have come there against Freddie Freeman, as hot as he's swinging the bat. But that's the second time in this series that McHenry has thrown out PRADO on a similar type play. And McHenry is only 4 out of 20 throwing out base stealers, but twice he's gotten PRADO here.
Was the track an issue with the rain?
Shouldn't have been. Not yet.
Here's Ugla. He popped out.
Good call, baby. Let's go, Ugla.
And another mile-high pop-up. This one into the raindrops. And Paul is there to put it away and retire the Braves in the third. We're playing the Pirates. By Major League rule, the game must be tied. Between. Good crowd tonight for Chipper Jones bobblehead doll night. And we hope to see good crowds all weekend long with the Marlins in town. Here's our Jameson Inn upcoming schedule.
Clay Hensley's been moved into the starting rotation for the Marlins. He has been a setup man for them. 1-2 on the year against Brandon Beachy tomorrow night. Hudson and Anibal Sanchez, who always pitches well against the Braves, Saturday. And Ricky Nolasco against Tommy Hanson on Sunday. Marlins ranks this month a little better than they were last month. Road record 9-2. That's outstanding. June they went 5-23, but 2 of those wins were the last 2 days of June against Oakland. All the rest of the year they've played really good baseball. Just a wipeout in the month of June.
And they beat Washington today by a 5-2 final score. And yes, it'll be a different looking Marlins team. No Chris Coughlin. And they've got a different manager since we saw them last. Trader Jack McKean. And a liner off the bat of Cedeno. Lowe knocked it down and threw him out.
It's Cedeno's turn to stare at somebody. Because all Derek could do there was just throw his glove down, and somehow the ball found it. Half protecting himself and half just, please don't hit my body anywhere.
Michael McHenry. The Pirates got him off the Boston Red Sox AAA roster with Pawtucket. And he has stepped in and done a terrific job in the absence of Chris Snyder and Ryan Domit. I love what you said about this guy, and it's really an apt description. The Braves and Pirates were battling for the NLCS in the 90s. Mike LaValliere was their catcher.
Built about the same way. I don't know why they don't just call him Spanky and get it over with.
By the way, the rain hasn't stopped.
Yeah, I was just going to ask Flip Feinberg what he's got to say now. The crack meteorologist. Kind of quiet there in that part of the truck.
Yep. McHenry down on strikes. And that's the fourth for Derek Lowe. Correa hits with the bases empty.
Good sinker. Ran back down and in on Spankin Henry. There's one little dark spot on the radar right over us.
Skies are clear there.
Yeah, it looks pretty over there, doesn't it?
But over there, not so much. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Derek Lowe has a much needed 1-2-3 inning. It comes in the Pittsburgh fourth. He retired him on 11 pitches. Sharp's coming out. And it's really coming down here at Turner Field. And officially the delay starts at 8:16 as the Braves were getting ready for their fourth inning. Look at right-hander Kevin Correa.
Ed Mangan was out talking to the crew chief, Dale Scott, between innings. And again, it just looks like one cell hovering right over us at the moment. And that may have been what they were talking about, that maybe it would pass. But then all of a sudden, the bottom dropped out. And they got to get the field covered quickly.
And so it looks like, at least for the moment, it's going to be an extra long night again facing the Pittsburgh Pirates. We had that amazing graphic at the start of the broadcast, what the last 96 hours have been for the Braves as far as travel is concerned, as far as rain delays are concerned, as far as length of game has been concerned.
Well, I hate to say it, but it's almost like turnabout's fair play. We rarely go to Pittsburgh where it doesn't rain.
Good point.
But this year we went. Both days were beautiful, no troubles. And it got us in this series here in Atlanta with the Pirates.
So the grounds crew, as usual at Turner Field, does a terrific job getting the infield covered up. We're in a rain delay in Atlanta. We'll step aside and update you at the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour from Turner Field. field these last 4 nights, and those guys have the field looking pristine. Just a great job by the grounds crew, and a tip of the cap to those guys working very, very hard tonight so that we can finish off this series with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And our attention now will move to the pitchers and see how this delay affects them. Correa had begun to warm up in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Derek Lowe had just come off the mound, and I'm quite confident that Lowe continued throwing inside in the Braves' cages indoors next to their clubhouse. But we have to keep an eye on him and see how this affects him.
So while Correa warms up, it's always fun to look at the standings. At the moment, the Braves 5 games behind the Phillies. But the Phillies are losing tonight. Tim Lincecum's on the mound for the San Francisco Giants. Pablo Sandoval, I believe, hit a home run for the Giants. And Carlos Beltran is making his debut with San Francisco today. He is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. So, good news for the Braves. If they can win this game tonight, despite being shorthanded, they could find themselves only 4 behind the Phillies as we get set for more Eastern Division play with the Florida Marlins tomorrow night.
Mets went in and swept the Reds. How about that? Beat them today 10-9. They've won 4 in a row.
So crazy happenings all around the trade deadline. Is a team in, is a team out of the playoff race? A lot will be decided in the next 72 hours. Let's see if Hinske and the Braves can get something going in the 4th and unlock this 1-1 game. Rain delay started at 8:16. And Hinske takes outside, ball 1. So 47 minutes, the official rain delay at 9:03. We're back in action. And 2-0.
RBI for Hinske is 24th of the year in the 1st inning. Those 9 homers. A real valuable piece of the team to be able to plug in not only to pinch hit, where he does such a great job, but get 4 or 5 at bats a night too.
I heard Eric say, "Whoa, didn't like that call." 2-2.
Thought it was low, and it looked low.
That one up the middle. Did Correa get a piece of that? We'll have to look at the replay to see. But Hinske's 2 for 2.
Good start after the rain delay. Cutter. And I think he wanted it, but his heart wasn't in it. He just kind of stuck his glove out there a little bit. It may have deflected it a little bit.
What did they say? The heart was willing, but the backside wasn't?
Was not.
Can't blame him. That was smoked. Hits even at 5, game even at 1. And David Ross, the hitter. We've said all year long, the Braves feel like they have the best catching tandem in Major League Baseball. You have the all-star in Brian McCann, and you have a very capable backup in David Ross, who last night was arguably the star of the game for the Braves. Drove in both runs, threw out a couple of would-be base stealers. tagged a runner out at the plate. And Brian McCann said, knowing that David Ross is behind him while he's hurt makes his inactivity a whole lot more tolerable.
As a starter for the year, he's hitting .316 coming into this game tonight. Team record 17-6 in those starts. It's darn good.
That was tipped and caught, and Ross down swinging. And that's your first out in the fourth. And what makes David so special, good hitter, good catcher, good caller of the game. Oftentimes your backup catcher has one or two of those attributes, but not all three of them.
And usually a team is looking for a guy who is going to catch and call a good game, where the offense is secondary. But he's a tough out.
Here's Jason. Jason singled his first time. To the mound. Correa floats one to second, and Hayward doubled up at first. Braves doubled up for the second time in as many innings, and after a 47-minute rain delay, Braves are done in the fourth. Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you in part by Delta, by Ford, and by Checkers. Another rainy night in Georgia, but it appears the bad weather has passed for at least the present time. And in the fifth inning, our game's tied at 1 apiece. This Saturday night, we hope you'll join us at 5:30, where Craig Kimbrell, a Huntsville, Alabama native, will sign autographs for fans who make a $20 donation to Tuscaloosa Forward. Plus, fans can show an Alabama driver's license or college ID at the ticket windows to get a discounted ticket as the Braves play the Florida Marlins.
Great opportunity to come to the game and support a good cause, as those efforts are ongoing.
And our thoughts and prayers continue to go out to everybody hit so hard by the terrible, terrible spring and summer weather here in Braves country. And we hope you'll join Craig in supporting his hometown folk here.
Through 4 innings, Kevin Correa had thrown 47 pitches. Derek Lowe had thrown 80. A lot of work.
Hopefully that 47-minute rain delay will freshen him up a bit. But Paul goes down and golfs a shot into right field. He stumbles around first. Hayward throws to second.
It's funny, everybody works real hard to get the field ready, and they put the drying agent down, and it makes the track real good, but your spikes get wet, especially on the grass, and you can hit the bag, and that bag is really slick if your spikes are wet. And looked like on the step on the bag is where he immediately started losing it.
Here's Garrett Jones. He has struck out and walked. Now, as an outfielder, do you even see that stumble, or are you concentrating on getting the ball into second?
You really don't. You really don't. You're thinking, you already know that it's a fast runner, and you got to get the ball in quickly and try to keep him from getting a double. It's a rare circumstance. Maybe if you're charging the ball, you see it, but not when you're having to go laterally.
One strike to Jones. And another shot into right field. Paul will make it safely around second without a stumble. And just like that, the Pirates have runners first and third with nobody out.
This warrants some concern, and the reason it does is because after the long delay for Derek Lowe, he's no kid anymore. He's 38 years old. You do tend to tighten up a little bit, but again, going back to that start in Cincinnati, a one-hit shutout through 5, and then he gave up 6 straight hits to start the 6th inning. It's like the hamster fell off the wheel right away.
And when he goes quickly.
Uh-huh.
Now you're in the heart of the Pirates order with McCutchen and nobody out. And 3 straight hits. This one might split the gap. Jones around second on his way to third. McCutchen has doubled, and Pittsburgh takes the lead. And perhaps a visit warranted here as the Braves bullpen gets to work in a big hurry. .61 RBIs for McCutchen.
Sinker that didn't do anything but stay on plane. It just stayed in the middle of the plate, didn't sink. 3 hard hit balls.
Now it's about minimizing the damage for Lowe. Jones at third, McCutchen at second, Pittsburgh with the lead, and Neil Walker ready to hit.
You see this guy up there in this situation. As hard as it's been for the Pirates to score runs, I'd just rather not have to mess with this guy with runners in scoring position.
Fly ball shallow center. Jones, a big man at third. He's not going to advance. There's one.
Let's take a look at the pitches that started this inning against Derek Lowe, and let's check out the location in rapid fire here just to see what happened. That was a slider. That was kind of the pitch like Correa hit. That one was up. And as we said, this one a sinker that didn't sink right in the middle of the plate. That one, that pitch tonight, that slider, I guess, it's just kind of sliding kind of flat across the plate, kind of a sweeper. It's not really, it doesn't have any tilt to it.
That's the first pitch out of the strike zone Lowe has thrown this inning. And Alvarez took it. He's missed a couple of pitches down and in tonight. It is 0-for-2.
anger on the part of the young Pirate second baseman.
He mutters to himself, but his Pirates lead 2-1. And now Alvarez behind. A strikeout would be nice.
Try there. Tried to get a two-seamer to back up over the inside corner, but didn't get the call. Just called up. Anthony Varvaro loosening up.
The Braves would love to get through this fifth inning by using only Derek Lowe, for his spot is due in the batting order second. Full count. That almost took out Nick Leva.
Good reactions by the veterans. Another good reason for those helmets.
Alvarez broke his bat on that swing, has a full count coming. Freeman at first took away an extra base hit. That'll score Jones to make it a 3-1 game. McCutchen to third with 2 outs.
Braves are trying to prevent a big inning by playing the infield back, conceding a run for the out. And that's what helped keep it from being a big inning. The fact that Freddie's playing back gave him a little more room to react. Excellent glove work again.
Here's Overbay, who's walked and scored and grounded out to first. It's a big run 90 feet away to prevent from scoring. Down 3-1 now to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Has a right-hand hitter, Ronnie Cedeno, on deck. And he pitches around Overbay. Runners at the corners, 2 out.
Cedeno hit a rocket his last time up. That was flagged down by Derek Lowe, and he also hit the ball hard to right field his first time up.
Three balls, no strikes. And 7 straight out of the zone. have been ball 4.
I think it was. Derek looked like he dropped his arm angle a little bit on this one, too. Good pitch to the middle of the plate and have it break outside.
Back up the middle, and he caught it with a backhand. Are you kidding me? That's twice. He's taken care of Cedeno. Olé, baby. Fifth inning, 8-9-1 coming up for Atlanta. And it's time for our AT&T U-verse trivia question. Who was the last Pirates switch hitter to hit 300 in a season with a minimum of 500 plate appearances?
First guy I think of was Bill Madlock.
Good call. I've noticed
Wasn't he switch hitter? He might have been just right.
Well, I was going to say, I've noticed a lot of Pirate-themed questions. Did you upset Jerome Jurinovich? Big Pittsburgh guy? I mean, these are very difficult questions. Pittsburgh trivia.
They're very pointed questions. Madlock's just right-handed, come to think of it.
Alex Gonzalez lined to short his first time up. Pirates now lead 3-1, facing a tough man on the road. Kevin Correa, 9-2 this year away from PNC Park. Get that one, Ronnie. And Derek Lowe will stay in the game for Atlanta. He'll bat with a man aboard and nobody out.
Just for the moment, save a hitter and let him bunt him over if that's the case. Alex Swing showing signs of coming around. A couple of teammates there from Toronto.
Eric's already sacrificed tonight. Remember, he has a 4-game hitting streak. But he will lay down the bunt. Correa doesn't even think about second base. Concedes the base. Gonzalez at second. One out for the top of the order. And it's time for our Zaxby's indescribably good play tonight.
Catch. Collision there, but what a catch by Ronnie Cedeno and hanging on to the ball on what would have scored a run were it not for the great catch. Xavier Paul able to stay in the game. Looks like he's all right. Got a base hit his first time up after the break.
That ball popped away from McHenry. Alex Gonzalez went halfway down the line toward third and slammed on the brakes.
We've said this before, and on plays like this, the base runner can see the baseball, and he can tell, obviously, that it's behind the catcher, but he can't tell how far away from the catcher it is, as they got crossed up there on their signs. So he doesn't want to run into an out if the catcher finds it right away. He wanted to go, but didn't want to run the risk of him jumping on that real quickly if it's only a couple of feet away from him.
There's a strike, not even at 1-1. How much help is your batter in a situation like that?
They can wave you or tell you to hold up, but by the time they tell you, it's too late. You got to know to go or have the instincts to go or not.
Tough pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That wasted pitch was very much wasted.
Yes.
He didn't mean to throw it that far outside because the hitter's never going to offer it that.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That's over the outside corner. 2 outs.
That never had the plate. That wasn't a tailing fastball that might have caught the corner and run away. That never had the plate.
So you can understand Nate McLouth's frustration. Sonia with a wide zone on that sequence, and it brings up Martin Prado, who's 1 for 2.
He gave a generous call to Derek Lowe earlier in the game on a similar pitch.
Slow roller, left side. Cedeno in between hop. Throws on the run and gets his man. Braves get a leadoff hit from Alex Gonzalez. Cannot cash him in. We'll see if Derek Lowe comes back to the hill down 3-1 after 5. end of that 5th inning for Atlanta. We'll talk about that in a moment as we remind you that all year long Braves baseball. Well, first, the sequence where Brian McCann is talking things over with Dale Scott, the crew chief.
Yeah, I don't know what instigated this unless Brian had voiced some displeasure at that call on McLeod. But umpires take a very dim view of a player on the disabled list arguing or complaining from the dugout, I can tell you that.
That's called bench jockeying, if you've ever heard that term used in baseball. Iasonia had the lineup card out, or perhaps a notepad, and was writing something down. And with Brian still on the top step, it appears he has not been thrown out of tonight's game. So Michael McHenry will go to work for the Pirates in the 6th as the young man makes his Braves debut. And a pop fly foul is out of play as Anthony Varvaro makes his Atlanta debut against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
There are his numbers at Gwinnett, 33 outings. Record not so good, but an outstanding ERA at 2.66. Last year started in Double-A in the Mariners organization. Had 9 saves in Double-A with a 2.30 ERA. Was picked in for the Southern League All-Star game. Then went to Tacoma. Was in 19 games there. And then called up late in September and only pitched in 1 game for Seattle. Braves got him on waivers. 6 feet, 195 pounds, out of Staten Island, New York.
One ball, 2 strikes. And welcome to Atlanta, Anthony. A strikeout of Michael McHenry.
Nothing like a punch out to get your career started with a new team. Not McHenry chasing high cheese there at 93.
Top of the order, or I should say the pitcher spot, Kevin Correa, then the top of the order for the Pirates. Correa's 2nd inning hit hurt. It was an RBI single that brought home Lyle Overbay, and it came on an 0-2 count for Derek Lowe, who leaves after 5 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks. And Derek with 5 strikeouts.
Here's that base hit for his 3rd RBI of the year. A slider that just kind of flat, and able to throw the bat out there and get a piece of it.
The late great Dizzy Dean used to say of a pitch like that, it was a slider that slid.
Or it didn't. Or it didn't slide.
Yeah. Barbaros 2 for 2.
I like his pace. And has been working in the bullpen exclusively since the 2009 season. Out of St. John's University.
How many years in the minors before his first crack at the big leagues?
4 full seasons, and then last season getting his call up was his 5th. 12th round pick in 05.
One ball, one strike.
94 on that one.
Well, the Braves bullpen in this series now 18 2/3 innings of scoreless ball. Let's see if they can hold the Pirates over the last 4 innings and let the offense catch up.
Whoa. Pretty good off-speed pitch there. 94 to 78. Curveball. Not sure what was wrong with that.
High fly to left and playable. Welcome to Atlanta. Anthony Barbaro, his first inning with the big league Braves. 1, 2, 3 and out in the top of the Pittsburgh 6th.
Guess what play we got for you? Off the bat, Ronnie Cedeno, backhanded grab by D'Lo. No trouble. Style points. Nicely done. Even saved a run in the process. That's Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
Freddie Freeman starts off the Atlanta 6th, then Dan Uggla, then Eric Hinsky. That trio has 3 of the Braves' 6 hits. Freddie extended his hitting streak to 12 games with a first inning hit.
Braves are 3rd in the league in home runs coming into play today. But even though they've had a ton of hits in this series, they only have 1 homer. That was Chipper's home run on Monday night.
And let's not forget, these aren't the Pittsburgh Pirates of 2010 they're facing when it comes to pitching. This is a club that shaved over a run and a half off their starters' ERA. As Freddie launches one toward left. Asked, and you nearly receive. Freeman high off the fence. Doubles to start the 6th, and he hit that ball a mile.
Yeah, he did. I think he thought he got it too. Right out at the 380 mark. In fact, Paul overran the ball a little bit. He might have had a chance to catch that one if he doesn't overrun it. Ball must have been slicing back to him some. See him get turned around here. About halfway up the wall. Correa's given up some long ones. 16 in all for the year.
Dan Ugla's popped out twice. Broken bat roller up the middle. Cedeno unloads quickly and wildly, and that'll score Freeman. Ugla to first. 3-2 game.
All help is appreciated. This is going to get Freddie to third, obviously. But the first mistake by Ronnie Cedeno in the series, he had to hurry. It was not hard hit. And in hurrying his throw, threw wildly.
And to Dan Ugla's credit, that's something he's done from day one of this season. Whether he's in the middle of a long hitting streak or hitting 100, he has busted out of the box at contact every at bat. Perhaps that forced the errant throw from Cedeno. That brings Hinsky up. And Ugla earns an infield hit to extend his streak, and a throwing error brings home Freeman.
I think that's a good call. It looked like from our high first camera that he was going to beat that out.
So both Freeman and Ugla's streaks continue. Now Hinsky, who blasted one to right in the first inning, thinks about doing the same here in the sixth. No swing.
Take another look as Dan was hustling down the line. Cedeno with that sidearm throw. That was going to be a very close play. And watch Dan bust it.
Two balls, no strikes. Centered up the ball a couple of times against this man tonight, hasn't he?
Well, remember he did that in Colorado too, and he got that start. First game of the road trip, had a double and a homer at Coors Field. Squared him up. Got to that ball that was biting in on him.
Overbay to second one and back to first for a 3-6-3 double play. Pirates have turned 3 double plays tonight. Base is empty in a 3-2 game.
That was one of those where if he's not holding the runner on, that might have been between the first baseman and the bag.
Games between these clubs decided by 8 runs. We have another 1-run game tonight.
You don't like to go into the later stages of a game against the Pirates trailing. They're very effective at closing out games. Joel Hanrahan's done an awesome job, and when they lead after 8, they finish the job. They're 47-0 when they lead after 8. One of only 4 teams that have that distinction of being undefeated after 8. Boston is 56-0, Arizona 52-0, and Detroit 49-0.
Clint Hurdle has a good club. High fly to center. But McCutchen is under it. Braves pick up a run. Freddie Freeman and Dan Uggla continue their hot hitting. That duo scores the second Atlanta run.
Inning time now for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. No home runs tonight, but we had one last night. Derek Jones jumped on a 3-1 pitch at the belt and cracked his 10th home run of the year. And at the time last night, that gave the Pirates a 1-0 lead.
And how many times do you see it? A guy wins our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast award and leads off the next inning.
And hits a comebacker to the mound.
Love it. Anthony Farvaro has looked good. Another inning notched by the Braves bullpen, scoreless in this series. They're up to 19. And it's now a 3-2 score. Giants in the 9th inning lead 4-1 against the Phillies. And as much as the Braves want to beat the Pirates tonight, they'll become big Pirate fans tomorrow. Pittsburgh heads to Philadelphia to play the Phillies beginning tomorrow evening.
Charlie Morton will pitch.
And that is a foul ball. And I believe it's Charlie Morton, Roy Halladay.
Oh my gosh, mirror images.
I'll check that, but I think that's what I read the other day.
That is correct, sir. David Ross had something fly up into his eye as he took his mask off.
The other thing about that Phillies game, if they lose tonight, it'll be the first time they've lost back-to-back games since they lost 4 in a row from May 31st to June 4th.
Well, whatever it is eating his lunch right now. Something that must have come off the plate when that ball bounced off the plate and he came running out. Look and see if there's any dirt that comes off the spikes of Garrett Jones that come up and hit him in the face. See some dirt flying.
Yep. 2-2. Did he go?
Like he got it stopped.
Not that time, though. 3 strikeouts for Varvaro.
He's firing up some high gas up there, too. They're chasing some balls out of the zone. McHenry did the same thing. A riding fastball that's out of the zone, and he couldn't lay off.
McCutchen has 2 hits. He's also driven home a run. He was 1 for 19 against Braves pitching coming in. He's 2 for 3 tonight.
That game at Philadelphia tonight, Tim Lincecum had been on the shelf because of the flu, but he started tonight in line for the win. It's a pretty good curveball. And it's especially good in that it acts like a changeup too, going from low to mid 90s on the fastball to high 70s on the breaking pitch. Lincecum went 6 innings tonight for the Giants.
Not a bad idea. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To right. 2 down. Time for our Home Depot know-how question of the game.
Comes from Greg Latham in Cumming, Georgia, who wants to know when a player gets called up for just a game or 2, like Wilkin Ramirez, how much does he get paid? Greg, there's a couple of ways to go on that. He's going to get his salary for a day at the major league level. If he's got a split contract, he goes back to AAA and makes whatever he's supposed to make in the minor leagues. But at least the minimum prorated for that day or 2 that he's here. If he's not on a split contract, then he gets paid the same every day, whether he's in AAA or the big leagues.
And for fans who don't understand a split contract, what exactly is that?
As I just said, you get paid at least the minimum in the major leagues, and then a different rate when you're in the minors. That's negotiated in your contract before you sign.
Five up, 5 down for Varvaro. Neil Walker stands in with the bases clear.
were the team on the road, that player would also get the Major League per diem for those days they're in the show.
And 1 the count. Walker's had a good night, but angry at himself in the 5th inning. Popped out in an RBI situation.
Yeah, those run producers hate that. He's leading their team in RBIs and had 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out.
But he's aboard with 2 outs. Pedro Alvarez bats. First base runner for Varvaro as a Brave. Alvarez has struck out and has bounced out twice. The second time brought home the 3rd and final Pirate run as Garrett Jones has scored.
Interesting note on Varvaro. Told you he was the 12th round pick in 2005 by the Mariners. And on June 27th of that year, right after the draft, he underwent Tommy John surgery.
They obviously really liked him.
Well, it might have been one of those situations where he signed and went to rookie ball, or to kind of, you know, the camp where you gather all your draft choices together to start working them out, make sure they're in shape. He might have gotten hurt there before their rookie league season even started, because he does not have any stats for that year in 05.
That elevated fastball must look like a grapefruit.
He is going up the ladder on these guys.
Minute past 10 o'clock in Atlanta. 3-2 Pittsburgh leads. Now Walker will be a runner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Back-to-back walks. Overbase walked twice. He's the next Pittsburgh hitter. He's also bounced out to first.
Tried to get him to chase that curveball on a 3-2 count, and bounced it up there. Wasn't close enough to get him to offer.
David Ross out for a visit.
The reason he was called up, I mean, you can speculate all you want, but primarily to give those guys a breather down there that have been working day in and day out, especially in this series with the 19-inning game, 10 innings last night. Christian Martinez worked 6 innings in that 19-inning game, so you got to give him a couple of days off.
Careful with Overbay. He hits well in this park. Another thing for Anthony. Braves are down a run. His spot's due third in the seventh. Snap throw. Not in time. Oh, Alex Gonzalez thought he got Walker. And guess who's at the second base bag? Jerry Meals.
What a throw by David Ross. Good angle here. I think he got him around the elbow. Tough to tell.
That pops away from David, and the only man to move up is Walker. So first and third, and a 3-0 count to Overbay.
One more look at that pickoff attempt. He's bang, bang. Good angle here. Oh, I think he got him. No wonder Alex was upset.
3 straight walks. Here comes Roger McDowell. Cedeno's the batter. He's hit the ball right back up the middle twice. Both times Derek Lowe got him. In the fifth inning, a terrific behind the back blind, open the glove and hope grab that retired him. And the Buccos.
Like he should have been out of the inning, but Barbaro's got to put that behind him and get the ball down. They've been chasing that fastball when he's been ahead in the count, but early in the count they're laying off now.
I read David's lips there. I think he said something about chasing a ball off the plate. Something Cedeno has done a time or two in this series. Braves need innings out of Varvaro. Nobody up and throwing. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
There you go. Get ahead, and then maybe they'll chase some of that breaking stuff with the high fastballs.
Cedeno just 1 for 9 with the bases loaded this year for Pittsburgh.
These 2 innings are kind of in keeping with Barbaro from Gwinnett. A little over 50 innings pitched, 59 strikeouts, so better than a strikeout per inning, but also 30 walks. So that comes into play in 3 this inning, but he's a pitch away from getting out of it.
Had him all the way.
that have come across for the Pirates so far. Correa, and the last run he allowed was an unearned run. But Freeman and Dan Uggla both extended their hitting streaks. Andrew McCutchen also has an RBI. Eric Hinske drove in the first run for Atlanta with his 2-out ground rule double. For Hinske, his 24th RBI. Kevin Correa helped his own cause, picking on a slider here on an 0-2 count to drive in his 3rd run of the year. And then after the rain delay, Derek Lowe went out, gave up 3 straight hits, including this double by McCutchen for the 2nd run of that inning, and it's 3-2 now in favor of the Pirates.
They're in the 7th, Hayward, Gonzalez, and then we'll see.
That double actually drove in 1 run to make it 2-1, and then a ground out by Alvarez plated another.
And it bears repeating. The Braves have a tough customer to try to beat tonight. Even down a run, Correa 9-2 on the road for Pittsburgh this year.
They've got a couple of setup guys in Resop and Daniel McCutchen. Daniel pitched, what was it, 5 or 6 innings Tuesday night.
5, I think it was.
Don't know if he's available tonight. That's Resop doing some stretching.
And now the Braves bullpen will start to work.
Two lefties, Sherrill and O'Flaherty.
Could be nice.
Yeah. Good work here by Jason. Should get a good pitch to hit.
Correa still has good velocity.
Yeah, 93 on the outside corner at the knees, and Jason hit that a ton. Had that covered. That wasn't even a strike, and he put a good swing on it. Hit it hard.
McHenry takes a shot.
Correa's made 2 really good pitches on the fastball that Jason has spoiled. Another fastball running away from him. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. But he's only thrown 82 pitches for the night. Very economical.
Swung on, belted center. McCutchen back at the fence. Has room. Boy, did he hit that hard.
Put a charge in it. I thought he might have gotten it. He hit it low, too. Got good extension on another fastball away. This one was up a little bit. Wasn't one of those patented Hayward towering fly balls. Just short.
Good at bat. bummer as a result for Hayward. Here's Gonzalez. Conrad waits next.
Alex, 2 more good at bats tonight. Robbed of a hit on a good play by Cedeno his first time up, and then a clean single in the 5th after the rain delay. Another hitter's count and more pacing for Clint Hurdle. They have Joe Beimel loose in the bullpen, a lefty.
Now it's a full count. Line into left. Good at bat for Alex.
3 good at bats tonight. That was the best of the bunch.
And it won't be Brooks Conrad to pinch hit. First, a replay.
Slider. It came back over the middle of the plate. It may have fooled Alex, but because it came to the middle of the plate, he was able to adjust to it.
Now Clint Hurdle on his way out. And that's going to end the line for Kevin Correa, who pitched a courageous game tonight for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Correa goes 6 1/3, leaves with the lead, but the chop shop is a-roaring. At first, and the go-ahead run coming to the plate. All year long, Braves baseball being presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff the low price. That's the new pitcher for the Pirates, left-hander Joe Beimel.
25th game for him. 6 walks, 15 strikeouts in 18 innings. He can be mighty tough on left-handers. Chipper will switch around and bat right-handed. Chipper this year is a pinch hitter 0 for 5. He's due.
Chipper pinch hit last night and swung at the first pitch and rolled out. That's an encouraging stat. Fans on their feet, hoping for some 7th inning lightning. Oh, what a play at third, Alvarez. The throw to second, one, and Chipper doubled up. Pedro Alvarez just made an incredible play to start a twin killing. 5-4-3.
What a play. And Alex Gonzalez stopped because he thought he caught it in midair.
Braves have stunk the ball a couple of times, but have hit into 4 double plays.
Like to me, at first glance that Chipper was safe, and I think he was on that slow-mo too. He got rung up down there, but it looked like to me, even bad quad and all, that here's another angle that he beat that out. Bang, bang.
A couple of those have gone against the Braves tonight. So still a 1-run game. What a play at third by Pedro Alvarez. He protects the 1-run lead. And now George Sherrill will answer the AT&T call to the bullpen and go to work against the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Pirates.
Two and one with a 2.48 ERA. Worked in the first 2 games of the series, including the 19-inning game. Total of an inning and 2/3, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, no runs or hits.
Derek Lowe started for the Braves, went 5, gave up 8 hits and 3 runs. Barbaro went 2 innings, struck out 4, walked 3, didn't give up a run. Now the game in the hands of George Sherrill with Michael McHenry starting things off.
20 innings of shutout baseball by the Braves pen in this series with 10 walks, 24 strikeouts. Only 7 hits allowed in those 20 innings.
So you can imagine how tired they are, averaging 5 innings of relief over the last 4 games against Pittsburgh. Granted, 10-inning game and a 19-inning game, but still. Amazing work. Missed the story about Michael McHenry. The Pirates have been just decimated behind the plate all year long. They have used 7 different catchers this year. And McHenry's rewarded Clint Hurdle with a very, very good bit of work. 266 average, 9 hits in his last 21 at bats. He's been a real pest in this series. Sherrill struck him out. 3rd time McHenry's fanned in the game. And Pittsburgh has struck out 10 times tonight.
That nice slow breaking ball from George. He tried it on the pitch before and missed outside. Came right back with it.
Beimel will bat for himself. Remember, in the Braves' 8th, they've got McLouth, Prado, and Freeman. 2 of those 3 men hit left-handed.
First at bat of the year, and I don't think he's in any big hurry to swing.
I was going to say, he takes pitches very well. Beimel, another Pennsylvanian. 1995 graduate of St. Mary's High School. Played baseball at Allegheny College in Duquesne. We're up a Pirates fan, and he's down on strikes.
He'll probably go back and put that in his book, you know, that he learned something facing George Sherrill. He knows what he has now. He'll be ready next time. It's probably a real small book, but it's nonetheless
pamphlet. Here's Paul. Pirates got a scare with Paul early in the game, you might remember. A little pop-up that turned into a collision with Ronnie Cedeno. It saved a run, by the way. Another play that really hurts is Eric Kinski's double.
Yeah.
It was a ground rule double that would have easily scored a 2nd run for the Braves in the 1st, and the run that Atlanta didn't get is the difference in the game. Oh, 2. Paints the outside corner, and Sherrill strikes out the side. Boy, did he look good. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The top of the Atlanta order is coming up. McLouth, Prado, and a red-hot Freddie Freeman in a 1-run game in Atlanta. 3-2 game, bottom of the 8th inning, and the top of the order's coming up for Atlanta. This series has been a lot of fun. The Pittsburgh Pirates, a worthy opponent for the Braves over these last several days. And good young Pittsburgh players up the middle have had a role in tonight's game. Nate McLouth swings at the first pitch and pops it out of play, foul. Back to the AT U-verse trivia question. Who was the last Pirates switch hitter with a 300 average or better in a year?
You wrote down Bobby Bonilla between innings once, and I think that's a good call. I'm going to go with you.
Did he have 500 at-bats?
Oh. You're just a soothsayer.
I've been called many things, but as you know, not often is that at the top of the list. But how about Bobby Bo? 1 ball, 1 strike. Popped up. That'll stay in play for Alvarez in foul ground. And 8-0 for 3. Here's Prado. Braves batting order alternates lefty and righty, so Clint Hurdle might have some big decisions to make if the Braves can get a runner or two on in this 8th inning. Here's a righty, Prado, who is 1 for 3.
He's got Chris Resop working in their pen now. And their closer, Joel Hanrahan, who's had some rest. He only worked in game 1. Has not worked since.
I wonder if he's had any games where he's worked more than 1 inning for a save. Check that out.
I'd really like for them to save him and be ready for Philadelphia.
I could not agree more.
Pick up 2 or 3 saves up there. Making sure he's got that outer third covered with the sinker from Beimel. Not too concerned about anything inside. Trying to fight that off.
Right to Walker, who had Prado played perfectly.
Braves held to 2 runs so far tonight, Chip, and when they only score 2 runs a game, you wouldn't expect to win a whole lot of ball games. Braves are 8-26 in the 34 times coming into tonight's game where they've scored 2 or less.
Freddie Freeman doubled off the wall in the 6th and scored on a throwing error from Ronnie Cedeno. He could tie it with 1 swing. Strike 1. In the air, right center field. That's going to get down. Boy, Freddie Freeman has the plate all covered up, doesn't he? Another multi-hit game. 3 tonight.
3 last night. Guy's closing in on a 300 average. You got a breaking ball that he just stayed on, didn't flinch. And again, just went down and used his hands. Flipped that one into the right center field gap. Wasn't hit hard, but he's the tying run.
Dan Uggla will take a 19-game hitting streak into play tomorrow But first, he'll take a look at a new Pirate pitcher. Joe Beimel is down. Braves have the tying runner on in the 8th. By AT Uverse, by McDonald's, and by Toyota. Game on the bases and in the batter's box for Atlanta. 3-2 Pirates have the lead. And wondered if Clint Hurdle would call upon his closer before the 9th inning. The answer is a resounding yes.
Chan's checking it out for us. He's found 3 other occasions this year, 2 of them in April, where he worked more than 1 inning. He's also done it once this month. But check him out, a 1.18 ERA. He has been outstanding. He made the All-Star team. And just a 2.01 average against him. Throws hard, upper 90s.
He's got to get 4 outs, not 3. Let's see if that's a difference maker as Dan Uggla greets him with Freeman at first. Freddie aboard with his 12th 3-hit game of the year. Whoa! Nice stab by McHenry, the catcher.
And the stab it was. Boy. Spanky.
Ernie Johnson would say the left sleeve of the shirt will be a little shorter than the right.
Good numbers against him. As Dan, when he's going good, he's a good fastball hitter. And he's going good.
And the green light. 9 of Dan's 18 homers have come from the 7th inning on. And 11 of his 18 have been solo shots.
98 on that 3-0 pitch.
Popped up. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball retires Atlanta in the 8th inning. Freeman singles. He's left stranded, and to the 9th we go. Tonight's copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Atlanta National League Baseball Club Incorporated and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of our game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Atlanta Braves. George Sherrill back out there for the ninth inning. He struck out the side in the eighth. And the Atlanta bullpen continues tremendous relief work.
No runs in 21 innings in this series with 27 strikeouts. Outstanding. Can't get any better than that. 0 under the run column.
Steve Pearce pinch hits to start the Pittsburgh ninth. Pearce 2 for his last 15. He's been on the disabled list. Or was with a strained right calf. He's hit a home run this season, and that came against Atlanta. Great crowd tonight, has seen a terrific game. 38,355 the paid attendance.
First 20,000 of them got a bobblehead.
And now 3-0 to Pearce. And a 5-pitch walk puts Pearce at first. Pittsburgh's earned 7 walks tonight. And now McCutchen, the batter.
Scott Proctor's begun to loosen up in the Atlanta bullpen, but he's just started.
Swung on and belted. Sick 15th home run for McCutchen, a 3 RBI night. And the Pirates lead by 3.
And he knew exactly what he wanted to get. He was up there looking for that breaking ball. Got it, hammered it. Waited, stayed back, not fooled, and crushed it.
So Neil Walker will turn around and bat right-handed. Pittsburgh Pirates trying to split this 4-game series. They're also trying to keep pace with Milwaukee. Brewers lead the National League Central. Pirates started play tonight a game and a half behind them. Milwaukee beat the Cubs earlier. Slow over to short. Close play, but Walker is out number 1. Phillies were beaten by the Giants 4-1, so that's a bit of good news. Joe mentioned earlier as well that San Diego beat the Diamondbacks. So unless the Braves rally in the bottom of the ninth, there'll be no blood in the Eastern race or the wild card race. With Arizona 3.5 behind Atlanta, the Braves started play tonight 5 behind the Phillies. So a McCutchen homer, the first runs scored by the Pittsburgh Pirates off the Braves bullpen in 21 innings. After a run of 77 consecutive innings for Pittsburgh without a home run, they've now hit homers in 3 consecutive games. Two outs. 4th strikeout for Sherrill. Alvarez is retired. And here's Overbay. Overbay has walked 3 times tonight. Strike 1. Marlins are here tomorrow night. Game 1 of a weekend series. Brandon Beachy and Clay Hensley. First pitch at 7:35. In Atlanta. Tim Hudson, Anibal Sanchez on Saturday. We wrap up the homestand and the series with the Marlins Sunday afternoon. Tommy Hanson and Ricky Nolasco. Did he go? Yes, he did. C.B. Bucknor rings up Lyle Overbay. 5 strikeouts for George Sherrill. But a mammoth home run from Andrew McCutchen extends the Pirates' lead to 5-2 heading to the bottom of the 9th. Lead now to 5-2. And a couple of changes for Pittsburgh. Steve Pearce will play right field for Garrett Jones. Atlanta hoping to deny Joel Hanrahan his 30th save. Only 5 other Pirate pitchers in history have saved as many as 30 games in a season. The last to do it was Jose Mesa. He saved 43 games in 2004. Good rip by Erakinski.
Kevin Correa in line for the win too, and if he does win, that'll be his 12th win of the year, and the first Pirate right-hander to win 12 games since Josh Fogg and Kip Wells back in 2002.
Of those 12, 10 would be on the road. And he pitched with a very narrow margin all night long tonight. Correa's 6 1/3 innings of 8-hit baseball. One ball, 2 strikes to Hinsky, who has 2 hits tonight. A ground rule double, scored 1, but cost the Braves a run in the first. Eric singled leading off the 4th, but he was doubled up. Braves hitting to 4 double plays tonight. That didn't help.
No, it didn't. We just get a couple of guys on. Before the home, you just needed one guy to get on, but now you need a couple.
High fly to left. 1 out in the Atlanta ninth. Hinsky 2 for 4. David Ross is 0 for 3 tonight.
Can tell he's fresh tonight. Hasn't pitched since Monday. He didn't have to work in the long 19-inning game, and he's been around 97, 98 with every fastball.
That ball is smacked to left. Leaping try. Paul got hung up on the fence, and David Ross doubles. Let's see if Paul's all right. He looked like he's stuck like Spider-Man in that signage out there, and he's hurting.
He's had a rough night, hasn't he? This 97 fastball turned around and almost hit out of the park. Looked like Paul came down kind of funny on his foot after it slid off the wall there. He kind of stuck in there, didn't he?
So there's a start with 1 out. Jason Hayward, the batter. Jason hit one 397 feet to straightaway center his last time up. And McCutchen, a step shy of the wall, caught it for the first out. Hayward 1 for 3 in the game. To left. Paul broke back, but recovers for the second out. Alex Gonzalez will try to keep it alive in the ninth. If he could reach, Brooks Conrad would bat.
Sure like to see old Brooksy get a chance.
Yeah, especially from the left side. He can hit just about anybody's fastball. Hammerhand has a good one tonight. Oh, and 2.
And you're geared up for that high 90s fastball, and you get 2 straight sliders. Pirates team rumored to be maybe doing some things or hoping to do some things to improve their ball club before the trading deadline. I think Braves fans have seen why they're contending in the Central Division. They do a lot of things real well, including pitch.
Fly ball left center. McCutchen's got it, and the Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Braves 5-2. A little history for Joel Hanrahan, who earns his 30th save of the season. And the Pittsburgh Pirates split 4 games here in Atlanta. That's a good ball club. And we will talk about things and wrap it up for you from Turner Field after a quick timeout.